Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me. We all know the iconic line, we know the show, we know the movie. I was just thinking as we were singing Men in Tights, Mel Brooks has a couple of links to our show tonight. He was married to Anne Bancroft. And of course, Anne Bancroft, Dustin Hoffman, of course, Catherine Ross, Mike Nichols, the great director, I think 52 years ago now, I think it was 67. Amazing, and that movie really changed a lot. Filmmakers today that have been making some of the greatest movies over the last 40 years, Spielberg, Scorsese, they go back to that and talk about how much of an influence that movie and that film was on them. It had long single shots, it had camera jumps, and it was really one of the first times that a pop soundtrack or a pop music was used as a soundtrack. So, about the music, as Mike Nichols was making the film, he had hired Dave Grusin to do some music for the film, but nothing was working, and they were literally getting close to the film finishing and going into the editing room and not far from release. And he realized in the shower one morning that he had been listening to Simon and Garfunkel the whole time, and that was his soundtrack. So he went back to that, and I'll play just like a verse of a couple of Simon and Garfunkel tunes that you may know that's from that film. This is one, and please, these are songs that we all love, so if you're singing along a little bit, please do. That would help me. I'll try not to mess it up, too. And this actually opens the movie. Benjamin Braddock, who's Dustin Hoffman, it's a cool opening. He gets off the plane in L.A., and he just stands on that escalator or elevator in the airport, and it's just sliding by. And the credits are rolling, and he's just sliding by, and Sound of Silence is playing. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seats while I was sleeping. And a vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. Of course, we all know that song. Great Paul Simon too. And what's that? No. Okay. And you may remember this one was played a lot more towards the end of I think the end of the movie, or it might have been when Benjamin Braddock was in the pool, underwater, kind of looking up. I can't remember exactly, but. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Okay, one more verse. Tell her to make me a Cambridgeshire. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Without no seam nor needle work, she once was a true love of mine. Anyway, and I think, I'm not sure if he had written it before, but you know, there's a canticle to that song which goes great with it, which has them singing it over the top of that, and it's, you know, I mean, that's great. And there's one other one. Nichols picked three. This is not as. I just wanted to play one little bit. This is not as famous of a one, but it's called April Come She Will. So he picked Scarborough Fair, Sound of Silence, and April Come She Will as the three that he really wanted to use a lot. And that, I'll butcher this.
Are ripe and swell with rain. May she will stay, resting in my arms again.
April Come She Will. So those three songs, he had, the film was done. Editing room, he's already editing, and he says, he goes to Paul and says, I need another song. It's not quite finished. I've got to have one more. Do you have anything? Paul, he said, I don't really have anything right now that I think would fit. And so I think again, the film was already edited and was very close to release. And Paul said, I have this song that I've written the music for, but I don't have any lyrics. He said, I've got a couple of ideas for the lyrics of the chorus. But the song is called Mrs. Roosevelt. Mrs. Roosevelt. And so Mike said, Nichols said, look, if you'll just tweak that Roosevelt just a little and make it Mrs. Robinson, I think that'll work great for the film. And the song is more played now. When they release versions of it, you'll hear it at the beginning. But it's played a lot at the end when he jumps in his car and he's heading, to California. He was heading to San Francisco and he's going to break up the wedding and do all that. And if you go back and listen, they play the chorus. So here's to you, Mrs. Robinson, Jesus. You hear that in the movie. Go back and watch again because the words are a little bit different than what he ended up eventually writing and releasing. And the reason you hear dee 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 because he had no lyrics written for it. There you go. The title track.
Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, 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 hey. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hide it in a hiding place where no one ever goes. Put it in your pantry with your cupcakes. It's a little secret, just a Robinson's affair. Most of all, you got to hide it from the kids. Cuckoo-cuckoo, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. as you please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday afternoon, going to the candidates' debates. Laugh about it, shout about it when you've got to choose. Every way you look at this, you lose. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Our nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Woo! What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Jolting Joe has left and gone away. Hey, hey.